is one of my absolute favorite percussionists in the entire world because he's very musical and just he adds so much detail to everything. Pacho, when did you start playing drums?
I started playing drums when I was about 5 years old on my brother Alex's lap. So he would actually play the bass drum, and I would just kind of fill in with my hands up top. So yeah, it was about when I was 5.
And how old are you now?
I'm 25 years old,
So you've been playing for 20 years.
just about.
You posted something yesterday on social media. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I was with my friend at the time, and it just it yesterday we had finished recording, and it just kind of hit me. It was just like, hey, I remember saying this to this girl. Like, huh, that's interesting how that happens. I remember it was actually two things that I told her. It was I want to play. I want to play in the Time Warner Cable Arena that's actually here in Charlotte, and
We actually got a show next week. Did I tell you about?
that would be cool. And I want to record at GAT 3 because all the big heavy hitters have recorded there and all that.
And you expressed something throughout the post that was an encouragement to people who have dreams. I believe we all have dreams and desires and things that we would like to accomplish.
Yeah.
And I know you've not reached the pinnacle of everything you have dreamt of and everything that God has in store for you.
Right.
But this is definitely one of the stepping stones that you threw out, that God placed in your heart. But what would you say to all the musicians, man? We know so many guys, and so many guys are way better than us. So many
Right.
guys that are so talented. God's giving you an opportunity to share what He has given you. What would you say to so many guys who are hoping to grow and to get better and achieve their dreams?
Right. Just dream and practice. Really take time to perfect your craft as much as you possibly can, because you don't know. One day somebody like Tito here will call you for something, or for a gig or for recordings or something like that. My first, I guess, quote unquote, big break was recording for one of my good friends, Oswaldo Quesada. What's his last name?
Well, look at that.
Quesada, exactly. And that's kind of how I met the guitar player, one of the guitar players named Phil Hall, and I met just other guys that just kind of helped me to grow. And so yeah, just dream hard and push hard, practice, and always on top of all things, keep God first. Because if you're able to keep God first, then everything will just be added.
I want to make parentheses where you said practice because I live about a minute and a half from where Pacho's dad is a pastor. And I know the car that Pacho drives, which is really nice, by the way. You got to take me out in it. And I get to drive on the plaza a lot because that's kind of the way I leave, sometimes leaving my house. And your car is always there. And it just happens to be that an hour later, 2 hours later, there's a video or a live feed from Pacho's on the set. Nobody's there. It's just you, your camera, and your set. And so when Pacho talks about practice, you know, a lot of guys, yeah, practice. But Pacho really practices. I've known you for a long time. And I'm really blessed by that because I believe God anoints practice and preparation. There are guys who are born with much talent and don't need a whole lot of practice because they're just good. And then there are guys who just practice and prepare and sometimes become better than the guys who were born with more talent. One, because naturally you get better when you practice. Two, because I believe God anoints practice and preparation.
Right.
Pacho, thanks for being a part of all this,
Thank
man.
you very much.